So I was thinking about that same way with veterans. I said, if I thought I knew everything that the veteran needed, I would probably build the wrong program. So what do I need first? They just need a song. So the very first veterans that came down, like Jesse, when we wrote his song, it was only a guitar vocal of a song that sounded, the songwriter would sing it into his iPhone, and then I'd send it to them. So years down the road, when we finally got money, I would record their songs. Like I'd have someone $600 would record the whole song so it sounded more like a radio quality song,
Oh,
and
wow.
give it to them, because they all were like, "Can I have my song back?" I was like, "Oh, you have that crappy version."
Yeah.
Because in my mind, no matter what, it was the process of writing the song. Then a few years later, we started having full band productions where we can actually invite veterans to hear their song be recorded. But every time I added something, I'd backfill all the veterans. So like the veteran who went day one, Jesse, he got his song finally recorded. He could come back as a mentor. So I felt bad they didn't get the same experience. But I built the program up to now 10 veterans come at once for one of our cohorts. And it's 4 days rather than just 3 days. So 5
10
veterans
at once, and each of them has 2 writers.
So 5 of them are telling their story. So like if you, Cliff, Scooter Brown, even though he's in music, like these other guys, if 5 of you applied for our programs and you qualified, you're combat disabled veterans, or just we say combat loosely. It's more wounded veteran, because we've had people who I had a cook who was serving overseas with the Ranger unit, and he was the only cook on the base. And one day someone didn't show up, and he's like, "Where's Jimmy?" or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, he died on patrol." And he's like, "I cooked him his last meal. Was it good enough?" So even though he didn't go to combat, he struggled severely, and then 5 more people died. So he cooked people their last meal. So that's what I mean by wounded veteran. It doesn't have to be like straight in combat. It could be a wounded veteran from wars.
Yeah.
So 5 of y'all would be paired with mentors like me. So it used to be me. First 80 veterans, it was me. I'd call them. I'd book their flights. I'd fly them out here. While they were here, I'd find more songwriters to put in rooms with them. The next one would fly in. I would be keeping up with all these veterans behind, all these veterans in front of us, and the veterans that are going through the program. It was insane.
That's a lot to
I
manage.
sometimes it was hard.
Yeah. That's
And
a lot.
I'm taking in every one of their stories. When I tell them what I did, they say, "I shot a kid in Iraq, and I can't look at my kids the same, and I can't tell my wife that." Like, I'm hearing these stories constantly, and I'm reliving my story every time I do it. And I'm like helping them process their trauma as I'm processing mine. And it was a lot to deal with. So I knew we had to expand, and I knew that we had enough veterans now that we could provide mentors, Richards, for everyone else. So now if like a Vietnam veteran applies for a program, I have another Vietnam veteran that we fly in. We pay twice as much for one veteran because we want them to be comfortable. So if a Vietnam veteran applies from Montana, I'll fly in a Vietnam veteran from Hawaii if I have to